Right, you lot, here we are again. This is probably going to be the very last of the cars that I'm going to be mending for anybody for a little while. I'm not saying I'm stopping it for good, but as I said before, I'm closing the PO box. The whole idea of the PO box, for those of you that didn't know, is the PO box is a way where if you've got a car, a nitro car or a petrol car that you can't get running, or you just need some help with it, we come to an agreement. You send a car to me using the PO box, I mend it and send it back. You know, sometimes people feel like they wanted to pay me for my work, but other times I just done it for free. And it worked well for a couple of years, but it costs a lot of money to open up a PO box and keep it open, and I just can't afford it at the moment. So I've stopped the PO box. That's going to be finished at the end of October. So if you have sent, or you're planning on sending me, or you would like to send me a car to mend for you, I suggest that you get in touch with me ASAP and see if it's still possible. Don't just send anything to the PO box, because it will come straight back to you. So yeah, that's the end of that really. I reckon, well, I hope at some point in the future, once stuff which is happening, it's bloody windy. I think Bradford's had a big storm and knocked a load of buildings down. Hopefully it don't happen here. It's bloody windy. Once everything which is happening in my life at the moment finishes happening, and you know, hopefully I might be able to start making some decent money from these videos. I don't know, but in the future, hopefully I'll be able to start doing this again, because it's been great fun, absolute brilliant fun. You know, it's just talking to some of you lot. I'm not stopping videos or nothing, by the way. I'm not saying goodbye. I'm warning you, don't send anything to the PO box, is what I'm trying to say. But it's been great fun helping a lot of you lot out, and then when you say, oh, would you mind just yeah, send it over, you know what I mean. I haven't filmed all of them. You know, sometimes it ain't literally, sometimes all that happens is a car. I know exactly what I've got to do. Literally just got fired up, turn the needle a couple of times, and it runs brilliant. I send it back. This one I suspect might be a little bit more in depth than that, which is why I'm making a video of it. So there is another box. Now this is another box from the same person. Now these are both from a person called Chris. I know, a bloke called Chris. Funny name, a bloke called Chris. Yeah. Funny old name, isn't it, eh? A bloke called... I don't know. Anyway, so that box down there is essentially payment. He said, I'm going to send you the car to mend for me. I said, alright, no problem. And he said, I'm going to send another box with some stuff in it for you. So I'm taking that as payment for doing this, really, is what I'm doing in my head. So we'll see what's in the other box later on, if we get time. I don't like these videos going too long, if I can help it, but we'll see. So let's have a look to see what we've got inside. I know it's a shoe marker, but I'm not sure what blooming... I might have to go and get the pocket computer and have a look through the messages and remind myself what it is, but obviously we'll see what it is. I know what's the matter with it. I remember what's the matter with it. I know you lot probably think I've got a memory of a bloody goldfish. No, I do remember stuff. Sometimes I make out I don't remember it, because, well, it's just my personality. So, get rid of that down there. The problem with this car, allegedly... Oh, he's put glow starters in there as well. Must have thought I didn't have any glow starters that are charged up. Don't know why you would think that. I want a roto start. Perhaps you thought I didn't have a roto start that works. Don't know why you would think that. Has it got a battery in it? It's got a battery in it. Doesn't work. Must be flat. I'll give that a charge up before I can try it. Right, there's the thing. Got HPI glow starter and a RC Systems glow starter. I might not have to use them. I think my ones might have a bit of juice in them. So let's get this out. And now, I can't remember if I've already told you what the problem is with it, but he says it won't stay running. He says the problem with it is it'll fire up and it will run, but it just won't stay running. He says, I've tried everything. I've tried turning the needles, I've done base settings, I've done everything. I've take the carb off and I've cleaned it, and it won't stay running. I said, oh, well, that can't be good, can it? That can't be good at all. He said, no. Can you have a look at it for me? I said, yeah, no problem. So, I'm expecting this to fire straight up. No problems. But I'm expecting it not to want to tick over very well or for very long. Now, I don't know, due to the weather, if we're going to be able to go out in the field and give it a test drive today. If I feel like I need to test drive it, I might have to hold out and go and do it in a couple of years' time. But we'll see. What's in here? Oh, this is the transmitter. Yeah. I said to him, send me the radio, just in case I do not need to test drive it. Because it might be a case of it runs bloody brilliantly on the bench. It might fire straight up and run like an absolute dream on the bench, and I'll be like, I'm going to have to go out in the real world. I'm going to have to go out in the real world and actually drive it. So let me move you over. Oh, there's a watering can on the bench. I better move that out of the way because otherwise you're not going to be able to get there. Let me move a few bits and bobs. Then you can sit over here and you'll get a better view of everything that I'm doing. And that is assuming you want a better view, unless you just want to look at the back of my head for the rest of the video. But it's up to you. I mean, you ain't got to. I'd recommend that you do come over here, really. Yeah. All right. Let me just. How do I do this? Hold on. Don't know whether you can hear the bloody wind out there or not, but it is blowing. Right. This is a lovely car. Fantastic. He's looked after it well. I can't remember now. I think he just bought it. Make sure we look after that shell because that's in exceptional condition. The air filter's fallen off. I don't know whether it's fallen off or if it's... Oh, it's got a tank of nitro in it. I'm surprised that actually stayed in it, to be honest. Right, let's try and sort out this roto start. If not, I have got some other roto starts that I can use. Looks like this battery's not a lot of cop. Let's stick this battery on charge, and while this one's charging, I'll use one of my other batteries. Is it nickel metal hydrate? It is, yes. That reminds me, some of you lot get really wound up, don't you? Keep sending me comments because I know I do it on purpose. You lot don't know me very well, do you? Nickel metal, I say it's hydrate. It ain't. It's hydride, but yeah, people they don't like that very much. So what have we got? That's a 3,500. Let's whack it on a 2 amp charge. It'll get a bit of juice in it. Now let's try this one. It'd be handy if we could use the actual roto start that he's given me to use with it, because, well, then I'm doing everything as he would. Not that the roto start will be a reason why it doesn't. Still don't know. Has that got a little switch in it? Whoops. Well, that's interesting. Don't know why that ain't working. Alright, we'll just use my one. Put this one over here. Well, is there a battery in it? There is. It's not connected. Right. Pop that in the end of there. Right then, let's see if we can get any fireages, and then we'll see how well we can get it to run. Shall I use the glow starter that he gave me? No, let's use... Let's use this one because I need to... Oh, that exhaust pipe's taking a bit of a whack in it, look. Can you see that exhaust taking a bit of a whack in it? Bada boom! I tell you what, this looks like a bloody good car. I reckon he's got himself a good one here. Providing that the engine is oakley dokley. Let's see, where's the throttle? Yeah. Oh, it might be a little bit flooded. Being in that box with all that nitro fuel. I reckon We'll turn that tick over screw in a little bit, because that is quite open and we don't want, I'm going to say about there. Didn't really want to do a lot, did it? Where's over here it is. Oh, there it is. John! Johnny boy! Have you seen Manuel? No! Oh. Nobody's seen Manuel. Manuel's ran away, yes? He's gone to Jamaica. Right, let's just have a quick look at this glow plug. Make sure it's all okay dokie. It's got a new one. He did say he'd put a new one in it. What have I done with the glow starter? There it is. He did say he put a new glow plug in it. Yeah, that's glowing like an absolute dream. Oh, that's pretty serious, that is. The end of that exhaust just flaps around. Interesting. This is a lovely car. Now, it did briefly fire up just then, didn't it? So, I'm expecting it to hopefully roar into life in a minute. Well, I never, Johnny boy. Let's turn that out and that's cock. We've done that probably 5 or 6 turns. We'll do the low speed. We'll make that so that it's flush with the housing. That's flush with the housing now. And the high speed is nearly flush with that housing. It could be that it's just turned in a bit far. So we'll see. Right. I think we've got our answer with that. I reckon hopefully we've got our answer with that now. It was just far too lean. So now we're enriching that up. An extremely big Nat's cock. Tell you what, sounds nuts, doesn't it? Sounds incredible. It's a really, really nice engine. Now that was extremely rich. Now we know that it runs. I don't really know what the symptoms are. So I don't really know what it was doing when a bloke called Chris was trying to get it to run. He just says it won't stay running. had to cut that short a little bit. I had a phone call. Right. Yeah, I had to turn it off then. Where was I? Yeah. It wouldn't stop with the old thumb over the exhaust because the exhaust is leaking because it's had a bit of a, bit of a thump gone on there. Yeah. Little bit of a tip, by the way, in case you didn't know, you can stop your engine by putting your finger over the air filter. It does the same thing as putting it over the exhaust. Putting your thumb over the exhaust is the proper way. I don't care what anyone says about... I've had people say to me, put your thumb over the exhaust, it floods the engine, ruins your glow plug. Rubbish. Bollocks. Doesn't. The proper way of stopping a nitro engine is putting your thumb over the exhaust. You can also, because what happens then, it stops the fumes coming out, which then obviously, stops the piston. Put your finger or thumb or something over the air filter, if you can take the air filter off, or you haven't got an air filter on it temporarily. Finger over there. It can't suck in air. If it can't suck in air, it can't breathe. If it can't breathe, it can't combust. If it can't combust, it can't run. Some people pinch the fuel line, which is no good. Full of interruptions today. Right, the minion's gone now, I forget who it was. Right, anyway, so, what was I saying? Yeah, pinching the fuel line. Listen, it ain't the end of the world. It ain't going to do any damage. I just don't like doing it. People do that and they go, oh, it's a 3-second test and all this bollocks. Rubbish. Absolute bollocks. So, yeah, stop it with that. Anyway, so this is actually running really well. I'm going to fire it up again now because, as I said, I had to stop it quick because I had that phone call. And, it was an important phone call, so I needed to take that. So let's fire it up again. It's got cold again now though, so it's gone down to a sort of nearly a cold start again. Let's see if it fires up and stays running by itself now. Well, I don't know whether a bloke called Chris has these in reverse for himself or what the crack is with it, but there's just a throttle that was in reverse. Maybe he's left-handed. He'll have to change it back. I'm going to put that. Right, there you go. We've got the radio gear working now. Let's fire this up. We can give it a rev without... I did have some ear defenders somewhere. Bloody loud this thing because that exhaust is broken off. It is obviously, it needs a clear out. So obviously it did stop then, but it's getting a little bit warm. No, it's not even hot to the touch really. It's still cold. Now, it needs a bit of a drive and a bit of a tune. I'm going to have to speak to a bloke called Chris to see what he wants me to do. If he wants this back ASAP, then I can send it back, because I'm sure now that is it. That's done. Because what the problem was, if you missed it and you didn't really know what the problem was the high speed was in too many. It was too lean basically. The high speed was in too far and the low was in too far, and the tick over was open too much. Not that really made a lot of difference. So I've closed the tick over a little bit, let the throttle in. I've richened probably, I'm going to say 2.5 turns probably on the high speed, and the low speed probably a couple of turns as well. That's not flush anymore. It's just a little bit out past flush, and the high's about flush. It was just too lean. That was the only trouble with it. It was just too lean. There wasn't enough fuel going in for it to even run, let alone stay running. You can put fuel through the carb and it would run, obviously, but then it ran out because the jet was too far closed. So I've just opened that tick over a little bit. Let's see if it's going to stay running and tick over again. Right, I'm going to call that good. I'm satisfied with that. I think I've helped a bloke called Chris out. Christian. So I'll put this back. We'll see what he says. I've sent him a message. If he says to me, no, please take it out for a test drive, I want to know 100%. Well, that ain't good, is it? That failsafe. Look at that. With this failsafe, right, that's on, right? If you turn the transmitter off to simulate losing a signal or a battery going flat, it opens up the bloody throttle. Well, that ain't good. I have to amend that for him. Can't be having that. I could do all this work getting it to run alright for him, and something could happen, and he goes and loses it or smashes it up or something. Poor bloke. Right, played around with that. Hopefully that's all okay now. Let's put the shell back on. I haven't had any messages back from a bloke called Chris yet, so let's put this shell on. Oh, it goes through there, doesn't it? And let's have a look in that other box that come along with this one. It was quite funny when that other box turned up, because where's the R-clips? Where's the bloody R-clips there, Johnny boy? The postman turned up And he said, "I got a parcel for you." I said, "Ah, bloody hell, I weren't expecting anything." "Oh, actually, hold on, I was. Happy days." And he said, "I got another one. I got to go back and get that from the yard." I thought to myself, why didn't you just pick that one up when you got the other one? Weird. Funny old system. Right, let's go and get a box. Whoops. Forgot to press bloody record. Anyway. Let's see what's in here. As I say, he said, "I'm sending you a box of stuff, it's for you." So I'm just taking this as like payment for what I've just done for him. I might have to go and give that a test drive yet, I don't know, depends what he says. So we've got a couple of HPI Savage wheels, look. Man, these are okay, look. Got quite big slits in them, but they'll be alright for testing cars and stuff, won't they? If I ever need to test a car, I can... This one's alright. Happy days. What else we got here? What in the world is that for? That's a solid. That's not got foam in it or anything. That's solid rubber. Alright, we've got three of those. We've got some paper. Oh, this is just a 2-year content warranty. All the paperwork that you get when you buy a Savage and other stuff from HPI. You get a little yellow piece of paper and it gives you the warranty and all the other information that you might need. So, right. What else we got? Ah, looks like we got a whole scrapyard full of tyres. We've got some tanks. Nitro tanks, that'll come in handy. Oh, this one's got a lid on it. Ah, it's got a hole in the top though. Might be able to switch, well, I definitely can switch the lid from this one onto this one. This one looks like a decent tank, so I can make one good tank out of the 2 bad ones. I think I might have a message back from a bloke called Chris. No, I've got the pocket computer here now, just in case he messages me back right now and I know what I've got to do. I heard it go bloop, and all, it wasn't anything important. So, well, another tank. Happy days. Look, we've literally, I don't think I'm going to be able to get all this out on the bench. I'm not going to have enough space. We've got exhaust pipes. Look, exhaust pipes. Differentials. Look, oh, my giddy aunt. Plates for Savages. Body posts. More wheels and tyres. Suspensions. Full of cobwebs. That one comes with 3 cobwebs. Amazing. Look. Springs. Bumpers for something, I don't know what that's for. 4 wheels. Literally just chucked everything in a box. Oh, we've got a Savage X chassis side there. I wonder if we got the other side. Ah! I was after one of these not so long ago, wasn't I? But I actually had one in my little collection anyway. A Savage, whatever that's called, thing. Bumpers. Savage bumpers. Roll cage, plastic one though. And all the bottom bits, you know, the bodyguards. Ah, these are like rocking horse teeth, honestly. You can't get these. In fact, the tops you can get easier. It's the actual trays themselves. There's another one of them. The actual trays. We've got axles, diff cases. What's that? Huh, packet of grommets. Someone's at your front door. Shocks, suspensions, exhaust diffs, another diff case, springs. We've just got a box full of. That's a clutch cover for probably some sort of petrol car. Basically, got a box full of parts, bits and bobs, for mainly, it seems like mainly Savages. So we've got those wheels. I'm going to keep them inside the box because I haven't got anywhere else to put them. So all the parts are going to stay inside the box until I need them. Well, I've had this running again since you last saw it. I've had it on the bench and it's actually running like an absolute dream. It just sits there and it'll just tick over and tick over and tick over. You can rev it, you can rev it, you can rev it, and it'll tick over and tick over and tick over. So a really nice engine. I'm satisfied that it's now running well enough for a bloke called Chris to take over and to be able to get it how he wants it to run and get it, you know, he can actually drive it now. So there we go. I think that's a job well done. Look at the fantastic, look at that. Absolutely fantastic. Such a nice car. Really well designed as well. Everything, the radio trays, the engines. The engine, by the way, don't know whether you really took much notice of it. Notice. Fantastically designed head on there. I don't really think they do a lot of engine manufacturers these days. They don't really design a lot of interesting stuff, do they? They kind of just make stuff generic and boring. Whereas Schumacher on these ones, they really did make an interestingly designed head. Anyway, and in fact they made a whole interestingly designed car. It's a very nice car. Thanks for watching, you lot. If you like this sort of thing, getting old engines, old nitro cars running again, it's what I do, it's what I specialise in. It's my forte, it's my thing. I usually buy old non-running nitro cars and petrol cars that have been in sheds, lofts and whatever else. I get them running again just so that we can keep them going, you know, because companies, they don't think that people want nitro cars anymore. They think that people want electric, but we don't. We want nitro. Loads of people out there, they just don't know how to get started in nitro. So I help them. I give them a kick to get going. There's a minion here right now. What?
Chocolate pancake.
Chocolate pancakes?
Yeah, and fat it on them.
Are you on top of each other?
Yeah.
I've got to go and make some pancakes.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, yeah. You go in there and I'll be in and make them in a sec. Anyway, it's what I do. So if you like that kind of thing, stick around. Think about sticking around. Now and again, I do give away gift vouchers to subscribers as well, by the way. Answer RC, Wheelspin Models, other shops, whichever I feel like giving away gift vouchers of random values to and random things to subscribers and channel members. So you may get something out of it as well. I'll catch you later on. All the best. Such an amazing car.